So before we tackle about this topic, first we have to define what is subnetting. In subnetting, we alter the value of the subnet mask to fit for the requirement. So our objective is to alter the value of the subnet mask to hand out the network or IP addresses efficiently. Kung ano lang yung kailangan, yun lang yung ibibigay. No? It is basically paghahati-hati ng IP address depending dun sa requirement ni vendor or ni customer. In subnetting, there are two types. First is by network requirement, the second is by host requirement. So, una natin i-discuss is yung by network requirement. There are various steps no, in subnetting. So, first, it is to get the network requirement. Second, how many bits? No? Paano kinukuha yung bits? It depends on the number of our network requirement. So, first, kailangan natin i-convert into binary yung network requirement natin. And second is to omit the leading zeros. Kung ilan yung natirang bits, yun na yun. So, for now, di pa natin magets, no? Pero sa examples natin mamaya, mas maintindihan natin kung paano kinukuha yung bits. Third one is to get the new subnet mask. Now, bakit ba natin kailangan kunin yung subnet mask? Because it is our objective. Kailangan natin kunin yung new subnet mask in order for us to subnet. The fourth one is to get the increment. No? In getting the increment, it depends on our new subnet mask. Yung last value or yung value of the last bit at the rightmost part ng ating new subnet mask, yun yung increment. As we can see, prerequisite ng each steps yung bawat isa. So, we have to be careful na hindi magkamali sa kahit anong steps kasi mamaliin natin lahat. And last step natin is to get the network range. Paano kinukuha yung network range? May steps din tayo dyan, sub-steps, ganun. First is to copy the classful network address. Second is to add the increment to the octet where the subnet mask stops. Okay? So, malalaman natin kung saan nag-stop yung subnet mask natin depending dun sa long format natin. From the step number 3, which is get the new subnet mask. Yan. So, hindi pa natin mag-gets lahat ngayon, pero sige, guna tayo sa example para mas maintindihan natin kung paano nagsasubnet. Looking at this IP address, 200.200.10.0/24, in which class it is belong. It is a class C IP address. No? So, sa steps natin, anong kailangan natin kunin muna? Yung network requirement, yung number of network requirement. So, sabi dito, we have to subnet this IP address into 20 networks. So, ayan yung step number 1 natin, 20 networks. Step number 2, ano yun? How many bits? Yan. So, kagaya sabi ko kanina, paano kinukuha yung bits? It depends on the number of network requirements. Network requirements natin is 20 networks. Okay? So, first, kailangan natin i-convert yung network requirement natin into binary notation. Tapos, i-omit natin lahat ng leading zeros, tapos yung matitirang bits, yun na yung bits natin. Okay? Sige. Pakita muna natin yung decimal notation ng binary. Yung 20 networks mo, saan mag-1? Sa 16, saka sa 4. Di ba? Tama. Para maka-form siya ng 20 sa decimal. Yan na yung binary notation natin. So first, tanggalin daw natin yung leading zeros. Itong tatlong zero daw, tanggalin natin. Tapos lahat na natirang bits, yun na yun. So bilangin natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 bits. Pero nakasimple, no? So para di na natin kailangan mag-convert sa binary notation, ang ginagawa ko lang dyan, ganito. For example, we have to subnet 50 networks. Mag-1 ba sa 128? Hindi, masyadong malaki. Sa 64, hindi, malaki pa rin. Sa 32, 50 networks sa 32, mag-1 na. Tama? Hindi pwede sa 64, masyadong malaki. So sa 32 tayo mag-1. So from 32, lahat ng bits pa left, bibilangin mo na yun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pag kailangan natin mag-subnet sa 50 networks, ilang bits? 6 bits. Ganun lang. So in this case, 20 networks. Hindi siya pwede mag-1 sa 32. So, sa 16. So, lahat ng bits sa left, ay sa right pala, sa right pala, no? Yun na yung bits natin. So, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bits. Kaya nakasimple. No? Sige, proceed tayo sa third step. Our third step is to get the new subnet mask. So, in getting the new subnet mask, meron tayong formula. New subnet mask is equals to original subnet mask plus bits. No? Sige. Ano yung original subnet mask natin? Yung /24. /24 plus yung 5 bits natin is equals to /29. Ang tawag dyan, sa /29 na yan, CIDR format na ng new subnet mask natin. If we are to configure IP address, router, switch, or PC, no, we have to get the long format, no, or tinatawag natin LF. No? O paano ba kinukuha yun? So we just have to convert it into decimal notation. Okay? Sa IPv4, ilan ba ang octet? IPv4, o 4 octets. Na meron tayong 4 octets. So, kukunin lang natin yung multiples of 8 ng 29. Ilan ang multiples of 8 ng 29? Tatlo, no? 8, 16, 24. Tapos yung natira, yun yung last na octet natin. Okay? Sige, gawin natin. Yan. Diba? Ito yung first octet natin, 8. Second octet, 8 ulit. Third octet, 8 ulit. A total of 24. Tama? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Gets? Ganyan lang. We just have to convert it into binary notation. No? Nakita natin yung first multiple of 8 mo. Ba 8, 16, 24. Plus from here, bibilangin mo yung natira. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Tapos, from binary notation, kailangan natin siya i-convert into decimal notation. No? So, bawat isang octet, yung total niyan, 255. No? So, 255, 255, 255. Tapos, yung last octet natin, ilan? 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8. Tama? Which is 248. So, yan na. Yan na yung long format natin. Well, di ba simple lang? So, paano kinukuha ulit yung long format? Yung /29 mo, which is yung new subnet mask mo, na naka-CIDR format, i-convert mo siya sa binary. Tapos from binary, i-convert mo siya into decimal notation, no? Per octet. So, ang LF natin is 255.255.255.248. And for our fourth step, no? Ilang increment? Okay? So, in getting the increment, kailangan natin tumingin doon sa long format natin. Yun, di ba? Nasa fourth octet and pang fourth bit. Okay? So, sige, i-convert natin siya into decimal notation. Ito yung fourth octet natin. Tama. Yan. Convert natin siya into decimal notation. So, ang increment natin ay yon, 8. So, our increment is 8. Yung last value, or yung value of the last bit at the rightmost part ng ating new subnet mask, yun yung increment. So, for our last step, it is to get the network range. So, paano nga ba kinukuha yung network range? Meron tayong sub-steps. No? First is to copy the classful network address. Ano yung classful network address natin? Yun yun. Yung 200.200.10.0. Yun yung classful network address natin. Second is to add the increment where the new subnet mask stops. Pag sinabi natin na where the new subnet mask stops, yan yung huling octet na may value, no, sa new subnet mask natin. So, tingin lang tayo sa long format natin. Ito yung long format natin. Which octet merong huling value? Yun, yung last octet natin, no? Which is 0.248. O, since dyan nagkaroon ng huling value sa last octet, doon lang tayo mag-i-increment sa last octet ng classful network address natin. Doon sa 0.0. Diyan lang tayo mag-i-increment. Okay? So, bakit ganon? No? When we are subnetting, we are only given a certain boundary. So, kailangan natin tumingin doon sa new subnet mask natin. No? Kung saan yung pinakahuling octet na may value, doon lang tayo mag-i-increment. Okay? Huwag kang makulit. Doon lang. Hindi sa third, hindi sa second, hindi sa first. Sa third lang, no? Ibig sabihin, kapag umabot siya sa 255, hanggang dun ka lang. Okay? Dun ka lang maghahati-hati. Dun ka lang mag-i-slice. Okay? Sige. So, para mas maintindihan natin, no? Ito example. Copy the classful network address, 200.200.10.0. Increment natin is 8. So, from 0.0, 0.8, 0.16, 0.24, and so on. No? Hindi ko nalalahatin, hindi kakasya. Once na nakapag-subnet na tayo, magkakaroon na tayo ng new subnet mask. So, magkakaroon na tayo ng sub-broadcast address. So, kung meron tayong network address, ito, which is ito, yung kapartner niya, which is yung range niya, which is 200.200.10.7, bago mag 0.8, di ba? 0.7 muna, bago mag 0.8. Tawag dyan, broadcast address. So, the broadcast address would be the IP address before the next network address. Tama? Yan yan. Ito yung broadcast address natin bago yung susunod na network address, which is 0.8. O, 0.15, dyan ulit yung broadcast address natin, tapos susunod network address natin, 0.16. Yung usable IP lang talaga natin dyan is yung in between the network address and yung broadcast address. Okay? So, 0.31, so on, so forth, hanggang mag 255. Yun yung pinakahuli mo, no? Hindi ka na pupunta sa third octet, hindi ka na pupunta sa second octet, no? Doon ka lang sa fourth octet, kasi doon lang natapos yung new subnet mask mo. Doon ka lang mag-i-increment. Yun, tapos na tayo mag-subnetting. Ganun lang yun. Pero syempre may question si Cisco. Okay, nakapag-subnet ka na. Okay. Pero ilang actual network talaga yung nagawa mo dyan? Saka ilang usable host per subnet. No? Daming question. Pero importante yun. Hindi porket kasi na nirequire tayo ng 20 networks, yung na-compute natin is exactly 20 lang talaga. No? Meron talaga tayong bilang ng actual network or ilan talaga yung actual network na nagawa natin in subnetting. No? Madali lang, we have a formula naman there. In getting the actual network address, ang formula natin is 2 raised to new subnet mask minus original subnet mask. So, our new subnet mask is 29 minus 24, 2 raised to 5. So, our actual network is 32. Diba? Hindi lang 20. 32 yung actual network na nagawa natin in subnetting. Next is yung usable host natin per subnet. No? Meron din ang formula, 2 raised to 32 minus new subnet mask minus 2. Substitute lang, 32 minus 29 is 3. So, 2 raised to 3 minus 2 is equals to 6. Ganun lang simple, no? So, tapos na natin. Let's proceed for the next example. By looking at the IP address, in which class it is belong? 172.20.0.0/16. It is a class B IP address. No? Yan. So, sige, ito na yung steps natin sa right side. O, sige, madali na lang kasi na-explain naman na natin kanina kung paano kinukuha yung bawat steps. Sige. So, sabi kailangan natin isubnet into 1,500, dami naman, into 1,500 networks. Ito na yung networks natin, 1,500. O, kukuha natin yung bits. O, lampas na sa 128. E di, i-continuous mo lang. 128, 256, 512, 1024, 248. Doble-doble lang naman yan eh. Add-add ka lang. Dagdag ka lang ng raise, di ba? Sige. Saan magawa yung 1,500? Hindi sa 128 na, masyadong baba. Hindi rin sa 256, hindi rin sa 512. Pag sa 2048, lampas na. No? So, saan tayo magawan? Sa 1024. No? So, from there, bilangin natin lahat ng bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, we have 11 bits. Okay? Oh. Step number 3, get the new subnet mask. Our original subnet mask is 16 plus 11. So, we have /27. O, paano kinukuha yung long format? Convert muna natin siya sa binary. No? 8, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27. So, 128 plus 64 plus 32. So, 255.255.255.224. Okay? Yan na, ang format natin. So, fourth step is to get its increment. O, yan na yung ano natin, pinaka-binary na long format. Asan dyan yung pinakahuling 1? Ayun, di ba? Yan yung pinaka-last octet na may value sa new subnet mask natin. And yung pinakahuling 1 natin is ayun. Anong value niyan? Sige, convert natin sa decimal notation. Nasaan siya? Yun, nasa 32. So, our increment is 32. So, for our last step is to get the network range. So, ito yung network address natin. First is to copy the class full network address, which is 172.20.0.0. O, saan tayo mag-i-increment? Which octet? Sa new subnet mask natin, ano yung may huling value? O, balik tayo. Which octet? Yung fourth octet. So, doon tayo magdadagdag or mag-i-increment, no? Sa 0.0, yung pinakadulo. 0.32, 0.64, 0.96. Yun yung mga network address natin. And for our broadcast address, 0.31, 0.63, 0.95, 0.27. So on and so forth hanggang mag 0.255. Okay? So, ang susunod, kunin natin yung actual network na nagawa natin in subnetting. AN is equals to 2 raised to, no subnet mask natin, ilan? 27 minus yung old subnet mask, which is 16. We have 1024 network address. No? Ilang usable host? 32 minus 27 is equals to 5. So, 2 raised to 5 minus 2 is equals to 30. Okay, for our last example, looking at the IP address, in which class it is belong? 88.0.0.0/8. It is a class A IP address. Okay? No? Sabi dito, kailangan natin siya i-subnet into 260 networks. So, our first step natin is ilang networks? 260 networks. For second step, how many bits? O, balik tayo rin sa decimal, naka-decimal notation na binary natin. 260. Mag-1 ba siya sa 128? Hindi, masyado maliit. Sa 256? Oo, kasi pag sa 512, masyado na malaki. So, mag-1 tayo sa 256. No? So, from 256, ilan yung bits natin? So, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, we have 9 bits. Okay. So, for our third step is to get the new subnet mask. No? Ito yung formula natin. No? Subnet mask is equal to original subnet mask plus bits. No? The original subnet mask natin is /8 plus ilang bits? 9. So, 8 plus 9 is equals to /17. Yes, galing sa math. Okay? So, convert na natin siya sa long format. From CIDR format to long format. Ano sabi? I-convert lang natin yung NSM natin into binary. No? So, 8, first octet, 8 sa second octet, which is 16 in total, 16, 17. No? So, this time, nasan yung pinakahuling octet na may value tayo? Nasa third octet. No? Kasi, from 16 plus 1, 17. Okay? So, nasa 128 tayo. So, tingnan natin yung long format natin. 255.255.128.0. Kasi wala na tayong value sa last octet eh. So, automatically, it is 0. Okay. For our fourth step naman, get the increment. Okay. O, balik tayo rin sa naka-decimal notation na long format natin. Saan dyan yung may pinakahuling 1 ka? In which octet you have the last value? Yon, yung third octet natin. Nasaan yung 1 mo? Yung pinakadulong 1? Yon, which is sa decimal notation, 128. So, ang increment natin is 128. Yan. So, for our last step, ano na? It is to get the network range. Yan. This is our network address. Sa octet ulit tayo, kung may huling value sa new subnet mask natin. Just look at the long format. Nasa third octet. No? So, this time, mag-i-increment tayo ng 128 saan? Sa third octet. No? So, 0.128.0, yan na yung natin, network address. For our broadcast address, 88.0.127.255. Bakit 0.255? Bakit hindi 0? No? Kasi before tayo mag-0.128 sa third octet, kailangan mag-0.255 muna yung pinaka-last octet natin. Gets? No? Yan. So, ang last natin na broadcast address, yun lang yung range na, may lang. Kasi 0.128 lang tayo eh. So, dalawang hati lang. Dalawang slice lang tayo. Okay. Next. To get the actual network. Ilang network ba talaga yung nagawa natin in subnetting? So, 2 raised to new subnet mask minus yung original subnet mask natin. So, our new subnet mask is 17 minus 8. So, 2 raised to 9 is equals to 512. For our usable host naman, 2 raised to 32 minus 17 minus 2. So, 2 raised to 15 minus 2 is equals to 32,766. Okay, for our next topic, it is subnetting by host requirement. Actually, yung step natin in subnetting by network requirement is the same by host requirement. Ang pinagkaiba lang nila is getting the new subnet mask. No? They have different formula. So, para makita natin yung difference sila, let's proceed na agad sa examples. By looking at this IP address, 197.30.20.0/24, and what class it is belong. Class C IP address, no? Sige, ito na yung steps natin. Nasa right side na siya ng screen para di na tayo maghanap ng steps, no? Kung nalilito pa tayo. So, sige. We have to subnet it into 500 hosts daw. So, for step 1, we have 500 hosts. And for step 2, how many bits? Nakalabas na ulit yung ating naka-decimal notation na binary. No? Mag-1 ba siya sa 2048? Hindi, masyado malaki. No? 1024, malaki pa rin. 512, lampas ng 12. So, hindi pwede yan. Lampas eh. So, doon tayo mag-1 sa 256. So, from 256, lahat ng bits kakount na natin. No? Same lang kung paano yung ginawa natin sa network requirement. No? 256, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, we have 9 bits. Okay? Clear. So, for our third step, we have to get the new subnet mask. So, kanina, no, sa network requirement, anong formula ng new subnet mask natin? NSM is equals to original subnet mask plus bits, no? But here, in host requirement, we have new formula. New subnet mask is equals to 32 minus bits. Okay? Sige, so 32 minus 9 is equals to /23. And we have to convert it to long format as well. Ganun ulit. So, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay? So, saang octet siya may pinakahuling value? It is our third octet. Tama? So, ang ating long format is 255.255.254. So, paano ulit naging 254 yan? Add mo lang lahat ng may 1 doon sa last octet. So, 128, 64, plus 32, plus 16, plus 8, plus 4, plus 2. No? Or simply minus 1 kasi yung pinakadulo mo naman na may 1 na value yung nag-0. Okay? So, we have to get the increment na for our fourth step. And labas natin ulit yung binary notation na long format. Okay? Saan dyan yung may pinakahuling value na octet? Yon, no? Our third octet. Kasi yung pinakahuling 1 natin, there. So, anong value ng pinakahuling 1 natin? It is 2. So, ang increment natin ay 2. Okay. So, in getting the network range, first, ano ulit yung step natin doon? Copy natin yung class full, no? Which is 197.30.20.0. Saan daw tayo mag-increment? Okay, saan ulit may huling value yung ating new subnet mask? Just looking at the long format. Sa third octet na, so doon tayo mag-increase ng by 2s sa 0.20, 0.22, 0.0, 0.24, 0.26.0. Ito yung ating network addresses, no? So on and so forth, no? Hanggang ma-reach yung pinakadulo, which is 255. No? So for our broadcast address, we have 0.21.255. No? Bakit 0.255? Bakit hindi siya 0.0 din? Okay? So, before tayo mag-increase sa third octet, kailangan nakamax na yung ating last octet, yung fourth octet, okay? So, kailangan naka 255 na siya bago ka mag-increase dun sa third octet, which is from 0.21 to 0.22. Gets? Okay? 0.255, 23, 0.255, 25, 0.255, and 27.255. So on and so forth hanggang maging 0.255, 0.255, which is yung pinakalas na value natin. O pinakalas na broadcast address natin. No? Okay, tapos na tayo mag-subnet. Kunin naman natin yung ating actual number of networks. Same formula, di ba? Sabi sa inyo pares sa pares na yung steps natin. Ang pinagkaiba lang talaga nila sa network requirement sa host requirement is yung formula ng new subnet mask. But the steps is all the same. Okay? So for our actual network, 2 raised to new subnet mask minus original subnet mask, which is 23 minus 24, is equals to 2 raised to 1, 2. So ang ating actual network is dalawa lang. For a usable host, kasi yung formula, 2 raised to 32 minus new subnet mask minus 2. So 2 raised to 5 minus 2 is equals to 510. Okay? Next example na tayo agad. By looking at the IP address, anong class siya belong? 150.90.0.0/16. It is a class B, okay? It is a class B IP address. We have to subnet it into 100 hosts. So for step 1, we have 100 hosts. And for step 2, how many bits? Okay, labas natin ulit yung mga pinaka-decimal notation natin na binary. Mag-1 ba siya sa 128? No. Lampas na siya ng 28, no? So mag-1 siya sa 64, definitely. So from 64, count na natin lahat ng bits sa right na, sa right side niya. Which is ilan? We have 7 bits. Okay. For our third step, get the new subnet mask. So, NSM is equal to 32 minus bits. So, 32 minus 7 is equals to /25. Okay. So, kunin natin yung long format. Is 255.255.255.128. Bakit 128? No? Looking at the last octet na may value, saan siya nag-1? Doon. No? So, 128 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. So, 128 lang siya. Okay? So, for a fourth step, kunin natin yung increment. No? O yan, yun yung naka-binary notation natin na long format. Saan may huling value ang ating new subnet mask? Which octet? Yon, for our fourth octet, or last octet natin, no? And saan siya huling nag-1? Yun. Anong value nun? It is 128. Okay? So, our increment is 128. Okay. Let's get the network range na. First, isikapin natin yung classful network address. Okay, saan ulit tayo mag-i-increase? Saan may huling value ang ating new subnet mask? It is in the fourth octet. So, mag-i-increase tayo sa fourth octet ng 128. Since 128 siya, dalawang slice lang yan, no? Kasi after 128, 255 na. So, ito yung network addresses natin, 0.0 and 0.128. And for our broadcast address, we have 0.127 and 0.255. Okay, tapos na tayo mag-subnet, no? Kunin naman natin yung actual network na na-produce natin in subnetting. So, for actual network, 2 raised to 25 minus 16 is equals to 512. 512. No? And for usable host, we have 126. By using those formulas lang, no? Memorize lang to. Easy lang, no? Easy, eh. As F. Okay, so proceed tayo sa last example natin for the host requirement. By looking at the IP address, no? In which class it is belong? 11.0.0.0/8. It is a class A IP address. Okay? So, we have to subnet it into 1,050 hosts daw. So, getting the bits. Labas natin ulit yung naka-decimal notation na binary natin. Mag-1 ba siya sa 2048? No. No? Doble. Malaki masyado. So, 1024, yes. Pak na yan. So, from 1024 hanggang 1, ilang bits yon? Count lang. 11 bits. Okay? So, for our third step, get the new subnet mask. For our new subnet mask, it is 32 minus bits. 32 minus 11 is equals to /21. And for our long format, it is converted to 255.255.248.0. Tandaan nyo ha, sa ang octet, meron tayong mahuling value sa third octet. Okay? So, dyan tayo mag-increment. No, pag kinuha natin yung network range. But first, kunin muna natin yung increment natin. No? Yan. By looking at the binary notation natin ng long format, saan tayo may huling value na octet? Yun, sa third octet. Saan tayo may huling 1? Doon sa octet natin na may huling value. There, okay? So, anong value nun? 8. No? So, our increment will be 8. So, let's get the network range. Copy the classful network address. Ayan yung network address natin. No? And mag-i-increase tayo sa... Saan tayo mag-increment? Sa third octet. Okay? 0.8.0, 0.16.0, 0.24.0, so on and so forth. Yan na yung network addresses natin. No? Hanggang ma-reach na yung boundary or pinaka-last, which is 255. No? And for our broadcast address, it is 11.0.7.255. Bakit nga ulit 0.255 yan? Bakit hindi 0.0? Again, bago tayo mag-increase or bago tayo mag-increment sa susunod na octet, kailangan ma-reach muna natin yung maximum na value nung last octet natin. Which is, ano ba yung pinaka-last value ng octet natin? 255. No? Kailangan 0.7.255 siya bago mag 0.8.0. Gets? Ow. Okay. Hanggang maging 0.255. Tapos na tayo ulit ng subnet, no? So, ang next natin nahanapin is yung actual network na na-produce or nagawa natin in subnetting. Again, using this formula, 2 raised to new subnet mask minus original subnet mask. 2 raised to 28 minus 8 is equals to 2 raised to 9. So, we have actual network of 512. No? And for usable host naman, using this formula again, 2 raised to 32 minus new subnet mask minus 2. So, 2 raised to 11 minus 2 is equals to 2,046. Yan yung total usable hosts natin. Number of usable hosts. Yan. So, cheap, di ba? Madali lang siya. Puro formula lang itong abisuduin mo and sobrang konti lang ng formula na kailangan natin. Kasi, same lang yung formulas and yung steps natin sa network requirement and sa host requirement. No? Ano lang pinagkaiba nila? Sa pagkuha ng new subnet mask. Okay? Ano ulit yung formula sa network requirement? New subnet mask is equals to original subnet mask plus bits. Okay? And dito naman sa host requirement, new subnet mask is equals to 32 minus bits. Okay? Very good. Okay, so let's proceed for our next topic, which is the VLSM or the variable length subnet mask. So before we dive into our examples, let's first define ano nga ba yung VLSM. Sabi ni Cisco, it is to support more efficient use of the assigned IP addresses and to reduce the amount of the routing information at the top level. So basically, ito yung paghahati-hati ng IP address in order for us to satisfy or ma-meet yung network requirement. No? So, example tayo agad. As we can see in this figure, we have two routers. Router A, which requires 200 hosts, and router B requires 300 hosts. No, and we have a given IP address here. By looking at that IP address, ano siya? Saan siyang class belong? It is a class C IP address, tama. So, ganito. In solving VLSM, no, kailangan natin pagsunod-sunurin yung mula sa pinakamadaming host requirement hanggang sa pinaka-least. Actually, ang pagsasolve nito is parehas lang sa subnetting by host requirement. Ang pinakaiba lang is mas marami tayong isolve kasi mas maraming hosts requirement dito. First, kailangan natin pagsunod-sunurin, no? Mula sa pinakamadaming requirement na hosts hanggang sa pinaka-least. So, mauuna natin isolve dyan is yung 300 hosts, sunod yung 200 hosts. And last, yung 2 hosts. Ha? Saan yung 2 hosts? Ito yon, the line connecting the two routers, no? Ang tawag natin dyan is P2P or point-to-point. No? Automatically, kapag may ganyan connection, meron na agad siyang 2 hosts. Okay? So, first natin kukunin is yung 300 hosts. Second is yung for 200 hosts. And last is yung 2 hosts, which is yung P2P natin. Okay? So, for 300 hosts, ano yung first step natin in subnetting by host requirement? Kunin natin kung ilang hosts yung required. First yung 300 hosts. Yes. And for second step is yung ilang bits. Ilang bits ng 300? It has a 9 bits. Okay? And for third step, pag kukunin natin yung new subnet mask, we have a formula which is 32 minus yung bits. No? So, 32 minus 9 is equals to /23. Let's convert it to long format. Yun long format niya. Okay? So, 255.255.254.0. Sa ang octet may huling value. So, sa third octet, dyan tayo mag-i-increment, no? Kapag kinuha na natin yung range. So, for our increment, kung saan yung may pinakahuling 1, doon sa pinakahuling octet na may value, yun yung increment natin. Okay? So, naalala? Okay. So, we have increment of 2. So, for our range, ito na yung magiging network address, yung 220.80.10.0. Okay? Network address natin yan. And for our broadcast address, magiging 220.80.11.255. Okay? So, saan tayo nag-increment? Sa third octet. Okay? So, ang increment natin is by 2s lang. So, ganito. Sa VLSM, kung saan tayo huling nag-slice, okay, yung pinaka-last na slice natin, doon na tayo mag-i-start. Pag kinuha natin yung range nung susunod natin na host requirement, doon na tayo mag-i-start kung saan tayo huling natapos na slice in subnetting natin sa pinakaunang host requirement natin. Okay? So, ayan, lagyan natin number 1 yan. And for 200 hosts, ilang bits? We have 8 bits dyan. So, for our new subnet mask, 32 minus 8 is equals to /24. And for the long format, we have 255.255.255.0. And ang increment natin is 1 lang. Okay? For our range, ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. No? For our range, makita natin yung network address natin dyan, 220.80.12 na. No? 0.0. Kasi doon tayo huling natapos sa first host requirement natin. Okay? Ganun lang sa VLSM. Kung saan ka huling matatapos sa initial mo na host requirement, pag kinuha mo yung range, doon mo ipagpapatuloy sa susunod na host requirement kapag kinuha mo yung range. Okay? This time, increment natin is 1. So, 220.80.13. Okay? Diyan tayo susunod na mag-i-increment. No? Pag kinuha na natin yung last, which is yung 2 hosts. lagyan natin number 2. Okay? Lastly, we have 2 hosts. We have 2 beats. And for our new subnet mask, we have /30. And for the long format, ito siya. 255.255.255.252. So this time, saan tayo mag-increment? Sa last octet. Okay? So, yun lang. For our increment, we have increment of 4. And for the range, saan na tayo ulit mag-start? Ano na yung network address natin? Yung 220.80.13, no? Kasi doon tayo huling natapos. Kinuha natin yung range from 200 hosts. So, doon na tayo sa 0.13. Yun yung magiging network address natin. Now, for our broadcast address, magiging 220.80.12.3. And doon tayo matatapos sa 0.13.4. Okay? Just an increment of 4. Gets? Sige, proceed tayo sa susunod example. For this example, no, we have 3 routers, and router A and router B is connected to router C. Router A requires 20 hosts, router B requires 10 hosts, and router C requires 5 hosts. And we have a given IP address. So by looking this IP address, which class it is belong? It is a class B. Tama. It is a class B IP address. /16. Okay? So, ako natin isa-solve dito is yung 20 hosts, sunod just 10 hosts, and third is yung 5 hosts. And we have 2 point-to-point. No? Why? Kasi meron tayong connection between router A and router C and router B and router C. No? So, meron tayong dalawang 2 hosts. Okay, times 2 siya ngayon kasi dalawa yung connection natin. Sige, example. Sagutan na natin. Ito yung pagkakasunod-sunod na. So, first, kunin natin yung subnet ng 20 hosts. We have 5 bits and 20 hosts. No? And for our new subnet mask, we have /27. And for our long format, we have 255.255.255.224. Okay? And for our increment, we have increment of 32. For our network address, yun na. Doon muna tayo sa class full. Mag-i-start, no? May 173.168.0.0. And for our broadcast address, we have 173.168.0.31. Okay? That's our first slice ng subnet, no? Since we have increment of 32, doon tayo matatapos, no? Sa 0.32. Be number 1. And for 10 hosts, we have 4 bits there. And for our new subnet mask, /32 minus 4 is /28. Okay? So, long format natin magiging 255.255.255.240. Okay? So, our increment there is 16. Yan. So, saan tayo huling natapos? Diba? So, 173.168.0.32. So, this time, ang magiging network address natin is yung 0.32. Okay? For our broadcast address, magiging 173.168.0.47. Okay? So, doon tayo matapos sa 0.48. No? Nag-add lang tayo ng 16 sa 32. Kaya naging 48. Okay? Pagyan natin yung number yan. And for the third one, we have 5 hosts. Ilang beats? It has 3 beats. And for our new subnet mask, we have 29. Okay? Convert natin sa long format. May 255.255.255.248, no? And ang increment niya is 8. This time, saan tayo mag-i-start? Ano yung magiging network address natin? Yun, yung 48, okay? 0.48. So, we have 173.168.0.48. And for our broadcast address, we have 0.0.55, okay? Hindi tayo nag-i-increase dun, o hindi tayo nag-i-increment sa third octet, no? Why? Kasi, yung pinakauling value na meron tayo sa ating new subnet mask is yung 4th octet. Doon lang tayo nag-i-increment sa last octet, okay? So for last slice is yung 0.56. Tingnan natin ang number yan. And this time, pinakahuling na natin kailangan hanapin is yung 2 hosts, no? Dalawang 2 hosts. Okay? Sige, let's solve. 2 hosts. Ilang bits? We have 2 bits there, no? For our new subnet mask, 32 minus 2 is equals to 30. Very good. So, for our long format, we have 255.255.255.252. Kunin muna natin yung increment. Mamadali ako, no? For our increment, we have increment of 4. For this time, kukunin natin yung range niya, no? Sige. Kung kukunin yung range, ano tayo mag-i-start? Ano yung magiging network address natin? Yun na, yung 0.56, na. So, for our network address, we have 173.168.0.56. And for our broadcast address, magiging 173.168.0.59. Yan na ba yun? Siyempre hindi pa kasi dalawa yung host natin, no? So, this time, hindi na yan lang. Okay? Mag-i-slice pa tayo ng isa kasi dalawang P2, P2 no? So, isa pa. isa pang increment. Yun, no? So, nag-add lang tayo ng 4 sa 56. So, magiging 0.16 na siya. And for our broadcast address is 0.63. Okay? And so, 0.64, yung last. We get your number, pang 4th and pang 5th. Ganun lang. Okay? So, for our last example, we have here, no? By looking at the IP address, in which class it is belong. It is a Class A IP address, okay? So, this time we have how many routers? We have 4 routers, no? Router A, which requires 50 hosts. Router B requires 100 hosts. Router C requires 30 hosts. And for router D, it requires 150 hosts, no? And this time naman, mas madami na yung P2P natin. Ilan? 3, no? So, this time we have 2 hosts. Okay? Sige, let's solve. So, kung natin kukunin dyan is yung 150 hosts, syempre, from pinakamataas, pinakamaraming requirement, hanggang sa pinaka-least. 150, 30, and last yung 2 hosts. Sige. For 150 hosts, ilang bits? We have 8 bits there. Now, for our new subnet mask, we have 24, and yung i-convert natin to sa long format. It is 255.255.255.0. And for our increment, we have 1. Now, kukunin natin yung range niya. Saan tayo mag-i-increment? Which octet? Sa 4th ba? Siyempre hindi, no? Sa 3rd octet tayo mag-i-increment. Why? Because yung pinakahuling value ng new subnet mask natin, na long format, no, is yung 3rd octet. So, copy lang natin yung classful network address natin, which is 90.0.0.0. And mag-increment lang tayo ng 1, no? So, magiging broadcast address natin is 90.0.0.255, no? So, for our next, pag kinuha na natin yung 100 hosts, saan na tayo mag-increment? Saan na yung gagamitin natin ng network address? Yung 0.1.0 na. Okay? Ganun lang. Kung saan tayo natapos sa nauna natin or sa initial natin na host requirement, doon natin i-continue yung susunod na range natin for the next host requirement. Okay. Lagyan natin yung number. Second is 100 hosts. For bits, we have 7. And for new subnet mask, we have /25. Convert natin yung long format. Magiging 255.255.255.128. Okay. We have 128 no, sa increment. And dito, ang magiging network address natin is yung 90.0.1.0. Okay? And ito yung magiging broadcast address natin, 0.1.127. So, this time, saan tayo nag-increment? Sa 4th octet, no? Kasi by looking at new subnet mask, tingnan mo yung long format mo, saan ka may huling value na octet? Sa 4th octet, no? So, doon tayo mag-increment sa last octet, no? Okay. Pag sinulod natin yung 50 hosts, gagamitin na natin na network address is yung 90.0.1.128. Okay. So, ganun lang yan. Okay, for our 50 hosts, we have 6 bits. And for our new subnet mask, we have /26. Okay? May convert natin sa long format. Magiging 255.255.255.192. Okay? We have 64 sa increment natin, no? And for our network range, so magiging network address natin ay 90.0.1.128, no? And for our broadcast address, we have 90.0.1.191. And dito tayo humihinto sa 0.192. No? Nag-add lang tayo ng 64 kasi nag-increment tayo rin sa last octet, which is yung 1.1128. So, magiging 192 siya. Lagyan natin number. Okay, for our 30 hosts, no, we have 5 bits there. And for our new subnet mask, it is 32 minus 5 is equals to /27. Okay? And for our long format, we have 255.255.255.224. Okay? And we have increment of 32. And sa range natin, saan na tayo mag-start? Ano na yung gagamitin natin na network address? Ito na, yung 0.192 na. Okay? Kasi dyan tayo natapos sa last natin na host requirement. No? So, dyan na tayo mag-start this time. So, 90.0.1.192, yun magiging network address natin. For our broadcast address, magiging 90.0.1.223. Okay? So, nag-add lang tayo ng 32 sa 192, kaya magpo-0.224. Diyan tayo susunod na mag-increment na. For our 2 hosts, we have 2 bits. And for our new subnet mask, we have 32 minus 2 is equals to /30. Okay? So, long format niya is 255.255.255.252. Okay? So, ano ang increment niyan? We have increment of 4. Okay? So, kunin na natin yung network range. So, from 90.0.1.224, kasi dun tayo natapos na. So, 224. No, ang magiging broadcast address natin is 0.227. Ngayon, we have tatlong 2 hosts. No? So, hindi lang dyan sa slice na yung matatapos. We have second slice, and for a third slice. Yan, yun yun. We have 2 hosts. No? Kaya, tatlong slice siya. And we end up in 0.236. Okay, so, there. We have it. So, that's how we solve variable length subnet mask. No? Madali lang siya actually kasi once na alam mo na yung subnetting by host requirement, madali na lang sa'yo yung VLSM. Medyo mahaba lang siya kapag mas maraming routers. No? Thank you for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.
May these examples give the knowledge you needed.
And if you do like it, please leave a big thumbs up and see you for our next tutorial. Bye!